If you're trying to get that extra edge against your competition, recover better, train better, and fight better, then you need to be taking these supplements. Now, to preface this video, your supplements supplement your training. So if you're not training hard and smart, if you're not getting good sleep, good nutrition, not sparring well, not getting your conditioning in, then you need to focus on that before you think about taking supplements. It's called the 80-20 rule. Now, those of you who are already locked in and have got those prerequisites down, we can get started with the first supplement, which is one that you're probably familiar with, and that's creatine monohydrate. Creatine is something that does actually occur naturally in your body. You get it from meat, but the thing is, it's high in raw meat, and of course, you probably don't need raw meat. When we cook meat, we lose a lot of creatine that's in it, so we need to supplement creatine. Now, what does creatine actually do? Well, it helps with producing ATP, which is what your body uses for energy, and specifically short bursts of high intensity effort. And this is usually 0 to 10 seconds of high intensity work. So when it's at the gym, it's your plyometrics, your heavy compound lifts. In fighting, it's your explosive strikes when you're fresh, short combinations, footwork, blitzing in and out, your explosive shots, explosive double legs. And if you're an explosive fighter, you want to double down on this because your body's going to be using it a lot. And if you're not explosive, then you want to gain an edge there, don't you? Now, specifically in strength and conditioning, if it's helping you for your heavy lifts, your sprints, your explosive punches and kicks from the bag, then that means you can get more reps. If you're doing trap bar deadlifts and you can do 200 kg for 3 reps, if you can get that extra rep, then in the long term, you're gonna get more progress. That's why some people say, oh, creatine helps you get stronger. Not directly, it helps you train better, it helps you with your heavy lifting, which then in turn helps you get stronger. Now, some studies, you're gonna have to search this up yourself because I can't really cite any right now, but some studies show that creatine actually helps with healing your brain. Now, in a sport like MMA or any striking sport, if you get hit in the head a lot, if you take heavy strikes, then you want to take higher than the recommended dose, around 20 grams. It's shown to help your brain heal. So normally every day you want to take around 3 to 5 grams. If you're just starting to take it, then you need to load, so it's like 20 grams a day for a week or 2. Now, for any mental gains like productivity and just having your brain take a bit more, anything under 5 grams, your muscles just absorb it, they leech, they want that creatine so much. But after that, once they've absorbed the creatine they need, the rest goes to your brain. So what I do usually, when I have 5 grams, I just put another scoop in a bit more, maybe later in the day I have another scoop. And this just helps me with my clarity and my brain. And if I ever have a really hard sparring session where I've been fucked by a profile or something, and I took a bad, shot to the head or something, I just feel a bit, okay, yeah, I can feel it a little bit. Then I'll just, when I get home, make sure I get a big scoop of creatine in, as well as, rest and manage my sparring. So that's creatine. What else do I take? I take beta-alanine. Beta-alanine is an amino acid that increases your carnosine levels, I think that's the term, which delays the acidity in your muscles during high intense activity. So that burn you feel, you're going to feel it a little bit later. Now, personally, I'm quite a fast twitch, explosive person. So I start really fast, really bouncy. I'm good at lifting heavy weights, sprinting since I was a kid, but I gas out and my muscles get heavy, especially because I have quite a lot of muscle mass. And then when I start getting that burn, when I start getting tired and breathing heavy, my bounce goes, my footwork goes, my punches, I start pulling them back, start getting a little bit sloppy. So something like this, just as long as carrying on with my conditioning, just helps me spar a little bit better. Helps me when I'm doing my conditioning to get that extra 10-20 seconds in when I'm doing circuit training or alactic sprints, air bike training. If you do 2-3 hour training sessions where you do it all in one evening at your gym, this is just going to help you just stay in there a little bit longer, just be able to push through. And especially in combat sports, especially in MMA, where it's 3 to 5 minute bursts, depending if you're amateur or professional, or you just scrap every week, you want to delay that burning feeling. You want to delay the lactic acid buildup. Now, the dosage is around 3 grams, we'll say, in your pack. You want to be careful not to overload it, because then you're going to get this tingly feeling, which I've had like once or twice, but I kind of thought it was creatine when I was just zoned out, I'm supplementing my water, and then my skin was just tingling for like an hour. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, the tingling, I'm pretty sure is harmless. Of course, you don't try and do it every day, although you probably are going to get negative side effects. And both creatine and beta-alanine, there's no specific timing. It's not like carb timing where you need to have it before training, after training. If you want to have it before training, just to help you, just as a habit, yeah, I used to do that when I used to just work out. Just made me remember to take it every day. But usually I just do it in the morning, night. You could put in a smoothie, Some people, when they're going to be productive in the morning and just get work done, they just have coffee and creatine, which really helps their brain be alert. Now the next one, which I take, and I've been taking for 6 months, is magnesium glycinate. This is the one I specifically use, which you can find on Amazon. You want to get glycinate because I'm pretty sure that's the one your body responds better for the benefits I'm going to say, not citrate. Now this supplement, along with some other stuff I'll do that I'll make a video on, really makes a difference for sleep. Now by now you should know how important sleep is. The difference between someone who doesn't sleep well and sleeps well, it's like PEDs, and you want to maximize your sleep after a hard training. Especially, I train in the evenings. That's where my MMA training comes in, like evening/night. It will help you relax, your muscles relax. It supports better sleep and hormone regulation. You can look it up. Even on the pack, it's probably going to say, reduces tiredness and fatigue, muscle and nervous system function. So if you're having this, along with making sure you're getting your electrolytes, you're going to recover better and you're going to sleep better. Try it. If you guys have an Apple Watch, a Whoop, or use some sort of app, see the difference for, like, of course, after, don't just use one day, but see the difference when you take magnesium an hour or two before you sleep and when you don't. It could also be placebo, but if placebos work, why not do it? It really does make a difference for me. This is more for immune system support, testosterone production. Now, because combat sports is so hard on the body and your CNS, if you overtrain, you can start getting illness, your immune system's going to be weaker. We've seen this with Kamzat, who used to get extremely ill from overtraining, but he was probably training harder than all of us combined. But it can still happen to you. So just making sure you're on top of your zinc to help with your immune system. And when you're training hard, especially sparring and hard wrestling where you're scrambling, it's gonna cause high cortisol levels. And when cortisol goes up, testosterone goes down, and we need our testosterone to stay up. So supplementing zinc to help with that testosterone production is only beneficial. And the last supplement I just remembered that I take nearly every day is caffeine. How do I take my caffeine? I just have a coffee, maybe another one at midday. It could be half placebo, it could be half not, but caffeine is just gonna help you with energy. What you should do, which I don't, just because of money, is to buy actual caffeine supplements, which are much higher in caffeine than your regular cup of coffee, and actually time this like 30 minutes before training. This will make the difference much more than just a cup of coffee. But the coffee, I feel like it works for me. Now, coffee is a good source of antioxidants, which is going to help with all the hard training you're doing and reduce oxidative stress. Also, if you're trying to stay lean or you're cutting weight, caffeine is going to help suppress appetite. You can have it in the morning and skip breakfast. You can have it after your meal instead of eating some sort of dessert or something, or sweet carb. Just having that coffee just helps you stay full. And I find that it does help me just lean out a little bit, especially on rest days. If you guys are training 6 days a week, you're probably eating a lot of food before and after training, specifically carbs. And then when you have a rest day, your body's so used to eating at certain times. For me, every day around like 3 p.m, my body needs carbs because that's what I normally eat, my pre-workout meal. So then when it comes to a rest day or a day where I'm not going to train for whatever reason, well, I start getting hungry. I start craving oats, banana, or some sort of carb. But if I do have a coffee at midday, it does help with that feeling. So all in all, we can almost attribute each supplement to a part of our athleticism. Power, creatine. Endurance, beta-alanine. Magnesium, recovery or sleep. Zinc, testosterone, immune system. And caffeine, energy and alertness. So I might put some links to Amazon for the specific ones I use if you guys care. It's going to be UK Amazon if that's a problem. Let me know what other supplements you guys take. In the future I probably would make my own supplement, one that I can just take every morning or split it, because obviously you might not want to mix certain supplements together. And yeah, check out my other videos, comment any other videos you want to see, and I'll see you in the next one.